Kia ora. I am the team leader of learning and leader of management for Team Mera. We're a year 4 to 6 team at Banks Ave School in Christchurch. The children are a really cosmopolitan mix. We're a decile 4 and we have the full spectrum of learners really. But we have a team of teachers that I think are exceptional, and our children are much the same. Probably more looking at it as an extension opportunity or a reinforcement enrichment opportunity rather than an intervention for learning support.
Ko tōku ingoa, ko VLN Primary tōku mahi. This year I'm teaching design and web design with students from our new kura, Banks Avenue in both.
Our web designers, we did that as something alternate actually. The maths played to the strength of those boys, but I felt I wanted something more and something different.
Providing insight into real life skills is a big part of my programs.
We had to make wireframes, which is like a plan of them.
And Joel and myself are using the feedback slides. I can see here that you've picked up on these elements. Your repetition is looking fantastic. I can see that coming through in your fonts.
VLN is quite different because one, it's on Zoom. We don't usually do websites in normal school time. Yeah, and we would have never learnt about repetition, balance, alignment.
Before we start designing, we are going to look at some other really cool logos, and that might give us some ideas on where we want to take our logo.
I'm Summer and this is Kaylee. We both do design.
So, and what kind of company might have this logo, do you think?
They design tents.
This is one of the activities we did. We had to change one of these words into another one.
We had to post it on Seesaw and then they commented and gave us advice on it.
So what you've got here is your final illustrations annotated with all your design decisions. And this is what you'd present to your client as a designer.
And with the maths, you know, those boys are just amazing. Love the maths. They're quite social, and I've talked to them about, you know, it's a chance to show that real student agency and that real self-regulation that's needed for independent learning.
Yeah, we've been learning lots of different aspects of maths, like the Fibonacci sequence, exponents, scientific notation, Roman numerals.
How we set it up is they stay within Dudley because we need that in terms of supervision, and they go into the end room.
We sit here because it's quiet in here.
Our classes meet for 30 minutes each week on Zoom, and schools provide time for independent learning.
We encourage them, we call it chill in the morning, which is children independently leading their learning.
Now remember, before we respond to activity, we want to go over our instructions. So it says here, visit the website below.
So they're able to use iTime Learning and do that. I think we probably haven't given them enough iTime, and I wonder next year if we actually say to those children, here is your VLN block.
Getting feedback from schools and students is a really important part of the process for us, and it helps us continue to develop our programs.
This year just everything aligned, and so we were able to bring that opportunity to fruition. We had a funder from the community that has paid for all of the children to do it. The next step for them is to do an article on themselves in Term 4 in the school newsletter, reviewing what they've done, what their learning outcomes are, and then we're going to do a report to the board. There is support there to continue next year.
Having students that finish our final semester with a piece of work that they're really proud of that sits on top of a year's worth of learning is a great feeling as an educator.
All 3 programs I have loved and they have loved, and absolutely I'd be keen to do them again in 2022.
As we work alongside kura, they fine-tune how to make it work.
This year we've gone, let's look at it, let's experience it, you know, let's learn from it. And we have learned from it. Absolutely, we have learned from it. But I think, you know, for next year we want to embed it as sort of the next step for us.